is my audience. The Humane Society of the United States estimates that 6 to 8 million cats and dogs are in the care of a shelter every year. 3 to 4 million of these animals end up being euthanized. This number doesn't include the animals that get turned away when the shelters are full, which is most of the time. Humane societies are independent entities. They have their own policies and priorities. They decide whether or not to be a kill shelter, when to kill, why, and how. In the 1950s, shelters started to realize that the animals that they were turning away were left with no food and to die. Some were even killed inhumanely. This caused the shelters to start taking in too many animals, causing the conditions to be deplorable. They didn't have enough food, they didn't have enough room. Many animals were kept in boxes, closets, bathrooms, or pretty much anywhere that they could find to keep them. The shelters were trying to do the right things. They were trying to take in as many animals as they could just because they wanted to help. This caused conditions to worsen. By the 1970s, people started fighting against animal cruelty, especially in kill shelters. They also started advocating for animal adoption. Since the 70s, the euthanization rates have dropped by 23%, but we still have a lot of work to do. Millions of animals are in need of family, shelter, love, and food. Many people rush into being animal owners. They see a cute puppy or a kitty and buy on an impulse. They can spend up to thousands of dollars on these animals without even realizing that adoption is an option that's free. Soon the newness and the cuteness wears off. They come to the realization that they don't have the time to spend to train these animals or play with them. The humane owners end up taking these animals to a shelter or help rehome them. We won't even talk about what the inhumane owners do. That is a topic for a different speech. There are 135 million homes that have one or multiple animals. If just 10% of these homes decided to adopt, there wouldn't be a need for shelter. There would be hardly any animals alone on the streets. This is Diego. Diego was born in a puppy mill. When the puppy mill was shut down, Diego was left without a home. They're guessing that about a year later, he was found still alive, skinny, starving on the streets, and he was picked up by a non-kill shelter. Luckily, his life then wasn't in danger, but his spirits were. This is Tito. Tito's owners were elderly and became unable to care for him. That's why Tito was dropped off at a shelter. A lot of animals are put in shelters for many different reasons, but they all need love and they all need homes. 6 to 8 million animals, cats or dogs, a year aren't as lucky as Tito and Diego are. But there is something that you can do. If you or a loved one are contemplating adoption, contemplating welcoming one of God's creatures into your home, look into adoption. It is an option. If you're interested, I have handouts with local shelters and information about them here with me today. If you're tech savvy, I've also provided a website for the Humane Society. This is an amazing website that will walk you step by step through decisions that you need to make on whether or not adoption is right for you. They ask multiple questions about your household, your family members, where you live, and your lifestyle because they want to place the right pet with the right owner. If you're not ready to make the commitment, but you still want to help, there are many things that you can do. You can volunteer your time, you can help fundraise, you can donate money or supplies. Gandhi said, "The greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated." We are responsible for this earth that has been given to us and all the creatures on it. Let's join the cause and help home these animals. Now I'd like to take a second to have my audience come back up. We may have lost a member or two. Here they are.